Hello, and welcome to Virtual Investor Conferences. My name is Matt Lateplo, and on behalf of OTC Markets, we're very pleased you have joined us for our next presentation from ARway Corp. Before I introduce our speaker, a few points to note. Please submit your questions in the question box to the left of the slides. If you are interested in scheduling a meeting with ARway Corp, please click on the Meetings tab found on the left navigation bar. You will be able to view the company's availability and submit a meeting request. On a final note, all today's presentations will be recorded and available for 24/7 replay. At this point, I'm very pleased to welcome Evan Gappelberg, Chief Executive Officer of ARway Corp, which trades on the OTC markets under the symbol ARWYF and on the CSE under the symbol ARWY. Welcome, Evan.
Welcome to the ARway Investor presentation, our spatial computing platform, AR wayfinding, and the real world metaverse is here. Disclaimer,
Introducing the ARway app, Creator Portal, and SDK. Experience navigation of large indoor spaces with our augmented reality wayfinding platform. Use location pins to mark points of interest for wayfinding. Create AR-guided tours to enhance your exhibit, expand display capacity, and elevate your visitor's experience. Use AR ads and 3D spatials to promote marketing campaigns and drive revenue for sponsors and brands. Optimize venue layouts and marketing campaign placement to maximize revenue with location-based analytics. So what are you waiting for? Book a demo today to get started.
So as you can see, it's augmented reality wayfinding. This is the next generation of wayfinding platforms. And we're super excited to have just launched this. We went public October 26th, but we've been working on this technology for a couple of years now. If you look at augmented reality, the market is now flourishing, and it's primarily due to advancements in technology, 5G being the biggest advancement. If you look at ARway, we are powering the real-world metaverse with our spatial computing platform. It's a $1 trillion opportunity. Our platform is a no-code, easily scalable, no hardware platform. It's just massive blue sky opportunity in the indoor wayfinding segment of the market. If you look at spatial computing essentially integrates virtual reality and augmented reality and mixed reality. So it's really a composition of multiple trends that are currently starting to gain a tremendous amount of momentum. As we know, virtual reality has been big, augmented reality is even bigger still, and mixed reality is about to emerge. You're enabling users to interact both with the digital and physical world at the same time. So it's not like putting on a pair of VR headsets. You're in your phone. And when you're in your phone, that means that there's 3 billion devices out there that already have the augmented reality piece implemented into the technology. So this is the real world metaverse, as opposed to something that you might have heard about in virtual reality. And we believe we're transforming the way that we're going to be interacting with our smartphone today, and next year when Apple releases the glasses, the augmented reality glasses, we think that augmented reality wayfinding is just going to explode. If you look at spatial computing, again, the global spatial computing market's estimated to go from 210 billion today to $1 trillion with a capital T. It's because it's a convergence of many technologies: artificial intelligence, IoT, machine learning, 3D visualization, speech recognition, GPS, spatial data, the hardware, 5G, new GPUs that are coming on stream, LiDAR-enabled smartphones and XR headsets. Those are the things that are all converging to create this $1 trillion global marketplace. And ARway is really leading the charge in augmented reality wayfinding. Here's a video that essentially shows the wayfinding experience in action. We have found an early market fit with a no-code augmented reality wayfinding solution for large multi-purposes venues. This video, I believe, is going to show you how the wayfinding works inside of an airport, and I believe it takes you to your bus. Super simple, easy to use, augmented reality wayfinding. This is the next generation of indoor wayfinding. No GPS required. It's breakthrough technology. We can have a map set up with location pins in a matter of a few hours. And again, it is revolutionary. It is next generation wayfinding. Here's another video to show you how you wayfind indoors. So one you saw kind of a pathway, and one was just a pin that you just kind of traverse and travel with. But if you look at wayfinding and you know the many applications, wayfinding really drives users into AR. We see it as acting as a gateway into the real world metaverse. It's got a rich suite of augmented reality experiences, and it's powered by our spatial computing platform. There's, you know, a history to the technology. Nextech, the parent of ARway, was IPO'd in January 2018. We acquired ARway in August of 2021. And we launched the beta app in April of 2022, the SDK in August, and we took ARway public as a spin-out public company, 50% held still by Nextech, the parent, in October of 2022. So this is a brand new IPO, just launched on the market a couple of weeks ago, and it's had a fabulous debut. It is poised for rapid growth. The timing is perfect. There's a lot of demand. We're in multiple pilots. There's a lot of inbound. The demand for augmented reality wayfinding is really taken off. This has a seamless integration with our 3D model making business. So augmented reality is only one piece. The other piece is populating the wayfinding with 3D models, with holograms, and of course, with your ad network. It's a super easy to use platform. Again, it's software-based, no code required, no hardware required. The learning curve is essentially instant on. And of course, there's a blue chip leadership team. I'm the CEO, and the founders of ARway are still with us, building this amazing spatial computing platform. If you look at the market opportunities, it's really blue sky. There's a tremendous amount of demand. Corporate offices, wayfinding to an office, museums and galleries, you can imagine wayfinding through the Louvre or the MoMA, university campuses. As a freshman, I remember getting lost many, many times. Hospitals, obviously that's a big opportunity. We're getting a lot of demand from hospitals to integrate our tech into their solution. Malls and retail, we just were in Dubai setting up a pilot at a 400,000 square foot mall. Sports stadiums, find your seat. Who hasn't, had to ask somebody where's row F, seat 16? Events and trade shows, real estate. The list goes on and on. And if you look at the user experience, people really, really enjoy augmented reality. 71% of people experience better navigation with AR, 40% higher conversion rates with AR product displays, 84% of people feel more engaged with AR enriched experiences, and 72% of consumers purchase products with AR activated displays. So a lot of demand being driven by ROI, and there's an enormous value that's being created for the consumer as well as for the brands. Here's a video of a museum, the London Science Museum, that shows how the technology works inside a museum environment.
Welcome to the London Science Museum. Experienced in a new way through a meta tour. Are you ready to start your journey? Find your way to the museum with augmented reality guidance. Two times faster than 2D navigation using signage. Along your tour, you'll find interactive content and experiences. Once you've reached the museum, you can put your phone down and take it all in. When you're ready, start up your meta tour to an exhibit you find interesting. Let's start with a Puffing Billy, the world's oldest surviving steam locomotive. Learn and experience the history through an audio-spatial note. When it began service on January 1st, 1926, the Rugby station was the most powerful in the world, making visitors feel more engaged and experiences more memorable by turning any static environment into an AR interaction. Now you can begin to enrich your museum map with 3D content. With our no-code creator platform, just drag and drop everything into place, customizable to your needs. Location pins allow you to add context to your space, so your visitors know their whereabouts to key places. From 3D text and spatial audio notes to 3D models and animations. Download your QR code and start sharing your map with visitors.
Pretty cool. I love the museum use case. The timing is now. Timing is critical when you come to market with new technology. Right now, there's 3 billion AR compatible mobile devices globally. Right now, there's 600 million active AR devices. Technology in the past was limiting the mass adoption, but not anymore. Right now, we have a tremendous amount of wind at our back that is really pushing the adoption of augmented reality. The recent advances in technology, including infrastructure and the new 5G phones, are really opening the floodgates for everybody to be able to have an augmented reality wayfinding experience. And we're seeing the adoption rate really start to take off, but it's still early, which is the opportunity, is that this infrastructure was just put in place in the past 12, 24 months, and the adoption rate is going to start to accelerate at about a 50% compounded annual growth rate for the next decade. And that is the tailwind that's going to push this technology forward. The size of the market opportunity is simply massive. The global augmented reality market is at around 137 billion. When you look at the global indoor positioning and navigation market, it's about 44 billion, and it's growing quite rapidly. If you look at our spatial computing platform, it is an integrated end-to-end solution. One, the ARway app, mobile app for iOS and Android, that creates the experience and the spatials. Two, the ARway Creator Portal, which we just saw a video of, where the map is essentially in a web-based authoring and analytics and publishing studio. That's what we call the portal. And you're able to just drag and drop pins, location pins. Anybody can do it. You do not need to be a coder. And that's what makes this so unique and so special. And so that's all you need. The SDK is for existing mobile apps that want to white label our solution. And that's primarily where most of our demand is currently coming from. Other apps, other businesses that want the wayfinding built in. It is customizable for any industry. We can create meta maps, wayfinding, spatials, no code, location persistent augmented reality experiences for marketing, gamification, and advertising. Just think Pokemon Go on steroids for adults and kids. Guided tours, so that's augmented reality, audio visual tours in mobile, location intelligence, so that you can monetize the airspace. AR wayfinding, advertising, activation, spatial computing platform, augmented design visualizations, augmented workflow, really it's limitless. This platform is the next generation computing platform, and that's what's so exciting about it for me. If you look at wayfinding, that's just one primary use case. Navigation and wayfinding, we believe is the perfect product market fit. You have a directory to points of interest. You have intelligent AR navigation, step-by-step directions. You could create curated routes with audio narration, augmented reality activations, holographic tours, which we're currently starting to experiment with. And the benefits are an improved user experience and, of course, reduced costs. If you look at advertising, that is a key use case. You can have gamification, treasure hunts, loyalty programs, marketing campaigns. There's really no physical limitation because this all happens in the air. The benefits is that you can monetize your airspace. You're not dependent on four walls to monetize an area. And ultimately, you have expanded distribution channels and reach. If you look at the ability to expand your display, it is almost limitless. The ability for AR activations and holographic displays, again, is almost limitless. It creates an extra layer of content for people to engage with. And if you think about training, it can be used in training It can be used for collaboration with employees. And, again, there's just unlimited blue sky opportunities with this spatial computing platform. The key piece for me in developing this was I wanted it to be no hardware. That means no CapEx. You don't need beacons or ultra wideband technology, no OpEx, no expenditure on maintenance or replacement costs of these beacons, and low commitment. This isn't something that's going to cost you $1 million to implement. It's literally $1,000 a month. If you think about creating this, it takes hours, not weeks, which again makes this a quantum leap in terms of just the time to market. You just use a QR code that you place on location, you scan the QR code to anchor the map, and then you start dropping pins in the studio, and you're basically in business. You publish the map, and the content is live. You can dynamically update the content from the studio as well. Monetizing the airspace is a big opportunity. If you just look at Facebook and Instagram and how they've monetized your phone, well, imagine being able to monetize the air as people are walking around. That's what this technology does. We also have an in-house 3D model factory, which we've integrated with this spatial computing platform, which means you can effortlessly and easily drop in 3D assets. It could be a couch, a car, a heavy piece of equipment into the wayfinding experience. It could be just a logo or a shoe, a new sneaker that a store is advertising that's floating along a wayfinding path. That is one of our competitive advantages, that we create the 3D models in-house. If you look at the competition, we are head and shoulders above them. Our technology is interoperable, beacon-free, and it works on pretty much every phone in use today. So it really is the next generation computing platform. Clients and pilots are already underway. Again, we just launched and we're already in pilots and working with these brands on major projects soon to be announced. If you look at our stock, we went public on the Canadian Securities Exchange, symbol ARWY, October 26, 25 cents a share. On the OTC, ARWYF started trading November 4th, and on the Frankfurt Exchange, November 11th. Shares outstanding, 26.5 million. If you look at the share price, it's sitting at around $2 per share Canadian. Market cap is about 54 million Canadian. Insiders own about 20%, and we're sitting with about $1.65 million in cash. If you look at the share structure, it's a very tight share structure. 13 million of the 26.5 is owned by Nextech. Nextech is not selling those shares currently, and they are under a 3-year restriction. There was 6.5 million shares sold in a private placement to 7 friendly long-term investors that I'm personally in contact with, and they have no intention of selling in the near term from what they've told me. They're long-term. We issued 4 million shares as a stock dividend to our 30,000 Nextech shareholders. So there's those shares that are free trading, and those are the primary shares that are on the market today. So there's about 4 million shares in the float, and then 3 million held by insiders. So it's very tight. The stock is really just sitting at around this $2 level. If you look at the team, you have me, you have Andrew, Nima, Baran, Nick, and Daniel as the primary blue chip leadership team. Baran and Nick were the co-founders, and they're still with us, which is just a testament to the team. And Nima, CTO, comes from Apple Computer. Daniel, VP of Engineering, Teradata. So these are all seasoned veterans. And of course, Andrew from Ernst & Young and myself from Nextech. We have tons of experience that we're bringing to ARway, and we see nothing but blue sky. So ARway, connecting the physical and digital worlds with augmented reality, wayfinding, and no-code spatial maps. Thank you for joining me for this presentation. All right, we're going to jump right into some Q&A now. We have Jim asking, does a language barrier exist? Which is a good question. Not many people would have thought of that, but no, there's no language barrier that exists. The technology is language agnostic and can be, it works in any language. John has another very interesting question. Yes, his question is, can you wayfind in industrial settings like warehouse management? Absolutely. In fact, construction sites and real estate development areas are going to be a significant source of revenue, we believe, in 2023. And you can do, if you think about maintenance in large buildings, you know, you have these cavernous below ground repair areas where the pipes are and the boilers and stuff like that. All of that can be mapped. It's all, you know, you can't map it, by the way, with Google Maps because it's GPS does not work inside the building. So our technology takes over. You could leave notes for the next repair guy who shows up, and it all stays there and can be updated in real time if you know, after somebody is on site and conducts a repair or maintenance or what have you. You can update those notes in the web studio, and it updates real time for the next guy. So we see that as a huge opportunity. Mateo's asking, what's the relationship between Nextech and ARway? ARway was part of Nextech. Nextech spun ARway out as its own public company, but we retained 13 million shares, and a lot of the senior leadership and team from ARway transferred, from Nextech rather, transferred over to ARway. So there's a lot of synergies between the two companies. Will we be finalizing any deals before Christmas? Well, we've already started pilots. I mean, the way this business is going to play out is the same way that all of the businesses that we've launched play out. We get a lot of interest because we have, you know, breakthrough technology that everybody seems to want. But when you're dealing with big companies, I mean, when I say big, I'm talking companies that have $20 billion annual budgets, big companies. They test before they adopt a new technology. And so we're in a series of major pilot programs, and we're signing up more pilots. My goal is to have 100 pilot programs in play. These programs basically, they pay us month to month. And then after the pilot, you know, the pilots are typically anywhere from 30 to 90 days. After the pilots are done, and you know, we succeed at proving the value for these big brands, they roll it out, and that's really the way that, you know, new technology gets adopted. So right now, we've just started that process of setting up these pilots. As I mentioned, we were just in Dubai, and we have a pilot underway at a 400,000 square foot mall. That is super exciting because that group owns 24 malls throughout the Middle East, and they want to roll it out to all their malls. So it's that kind of pilot. These pilot programs are going to lead to significant revenue. I know everybody's excited to start to see us announce these deals, but I just ask for a little bit of patience. As far as the large scale conversions on revenue, once we do convert from a pilot, these will become SaaS customers, where they will pay us anywhere from $1 to $2,500, $1,000 to $2,500 per month, with lots of upsell and upside capabilities as we roll out the ad network and other features. So we're just getting started. The upside is still ahead of us. William has interesting question. When will you be able to place holographic displays from your European suppliers in an artisan retail stores? We could do that now, William. So we're able to drag and drop in human holograms, digital twins of furniture. We can really drop in anything into that wayfinding experiences, which is what makes it so immersive, so addicting. We're going to be gamifying the experience as well. We've been talking about, if you think about the 400,000 square foot mall, imagine creating a game that essentially works only at that mall, like a Pokemon Go type of game, a treasure hunt. And so that will pull people into the mall just to play the game and create an immersive experience that we can repeat over and over again with other malls. And so that's just one example of gamification within this, using this technology, which we see as another big opportunity for the platform. And with that, I want to thank everybody for all their great questions and for spending a few minutes listening. I think ARway is going to become the standard, and I think everybody that's listening is going to actually experience ARway in the coming years as you go into a mall yourself.